Hello, I'm Tom Merritt, editor from CNET.com, and welcome to Road Warrior, where we take a look at the hottest gadgets for life on the go. Coming up, with all the hoopla around CES, it's easy to forget about the Detroit Auto Show, but that also happened, and this episode is all about cars and the stuff that goes in them. Let's start with something you can use in or out of the car, the XM Sky-Fi 3 radio. Rich DeMuro shows it off.
There's a few ways you can get your XM programming on this. You can have this mounted in your car, so you can get it in your car, do the whole setup where you have an antenna. You can also get it at home using a dock like this one, so you can actually pop it in your dock and listen at home with the antenna and the power cord. Then you could pop it out of the dock like I have it and listen on the go.
It also stores 10 hours of XM programming, kind of help you through the areas with no reception. Next up, the Pioneer AVIX Z2. Kevin Massey explains the new easier-to-follow map screen.
One of the major upgrades for the AVIX Z2 is that the folks at Pioneer have combined forces with TeleAtlas, which is a mapping database company. TeleAtlas is using a system called Point Address, which is an extensive database of 45 million individual addresses located by GPS coordinates.
Oh, I also noticed on the maps there's little icons of, like, I see a McDonald's icon, they have like Chili's, so when you're driving you can see all those places.
That's right, and one of the best things about this is this split screen map view. You've got the overhead bird's eye view here, but you also have this 3D impression of literally driving down the street, and you can see the points of interest flying by on either side of the road here.
The AVIX Z2 also plays music and video as well, and the nav system is hard drive based, not DVD. Now, let's get to some cars. The Smart for 2 is finally coming to the US, but is this minuscule $15,000 car really safe?
Little tiny cars have often had that stigma attached to them in the US market. When you're driving around amongst Tahoes and Expeditions, you can see why. So they're going to message something called the Tridion Safety Cell, which is the framework inside the car. They'll portray this thing as a little vault on wheels, and it's loaded with airbags, so that is standard in that low price.
Deliveries on the Smart for 2 are expected in early 2008. Small not your thing? No worries. Let's try the big old Ford Interceptor concept car then. Big? Some might even call it chunky.
Under the hood, you'll find something very chunky. A 400 horsepower, 5-liter V8 hooked up to a 6-speed manual. I love the idea of a 6-speed gearbox, manually shifted in a big 4-door. Now, did you hear the rumors a while back about a Mustang sedan? This is it. Obviously, it's not a Mustang by any look, but it is loosely based on Mustang mechanicals.
Brian adds there's no truth to the rumor of a Mustang station wagon, or SUV, or a flying Mustang. It's just not true. That's it for this edition of Road Warrior. I'm Tom Merritt. Check back next time for more gadgets that keep you armed and dangerously productive.